What's going on, YouTube? Q back here again with another video for you. Today's video, I'm about to explain the conundrum on how GM dropped the ball. So GM has certain editions that always come out, but this right here behind me, this is a Camaro 50, a 2017. So for model year 22, we should have seen another one, but we did not. We got a new color, but we are missing out on a lot of special edition Camaros. Did GM forget? Do they not care? They ignoring it? I saw an article on it, but we never got a 55th edition, but more into that later. So before I get into the meat and potatoes, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. So the Camaro 50, this is a 2017 Camaro SS, and a lot of you may or may not know about this. I don't know a whole lot about this, but I got my good friend Keith here with me. Say hello to the channel, Keith.
Hey YouTube, hey channel.
All I want to say is, I don't think Mary Barr likes Camaros.
No, Corvette fan.
Corvette fan. So the Corvette, they got a 70th year anniversary. I seen two of them.
Yeah.
So I saw one at Camaro Fest and one is at GM. And we got the 50 Camaro. The Mustang got a 55th edition, but the Camaro did not get a 55th edition. So what's so special about these? It commemorates the 5-year increments of the car. And I have a friend, he has only the special edition Mustangs. He got a special edition Fox body, the SN 197, actually two of those. Let's get into this Camaro. Now, Keith here, he has a 2017 50. It's got a couple modifications on it, but
yeah, I did a blackout edition on the car. I didn't want it to look like every other 50, so it's got black rims, black emblems, black tinted windows, black louvers. If you come around to the back, you'll find that it has also blacked out tail lights. And I also have blacked out third brake light that, with a decal. I think I got it from Fast Tech. It says 50 when you hit the brakes.
Oh yeah, that's nice. So this, what color is this car?
This is called Nightfall Gray. They did make other Camaros that year in Nightfall Gray, but this is the 50th anniversary, which makes it a little bit different. A lot of people think they have a 50 because it says it on their steering wheel, but they don't. This is an actual real 50, changed a little bit, still a real 50. You have to have the striping, you have to have the seating. This car is completely loaded. The only thing that it didn't come with was the light up bow tie in the front. It's one of, I think, approximately 3,300 cars made. They do make them in a 4-cylinder, they make them in a V6, and they also make the SS 350, but they never made a ZL1. I wish they did. I would have bought it.
And in his garage, he has a picture. I'll put a video down right here. So this is one of the cool things the 50 comes with. And as picture, this is ZL1, but you can't get this in a ZL1. The car comes with a picture of a ZL150, but you get an SS, so this is the king of the 50s right here. And do you know what shade of orange this is?
Yeah, it's called Daytona Sunset Orange. It's a Chevy color that they own the rights to. You cannot find this vinyl. I have yet, in my 5.5 years owning this car, found anything that comes close to matching that orange. But you can buy a paint because apparently the 2015 Corvette came in that color and the paint is available, but I would like vinyl before I commit to paint.
Oh yeah, much cheaper, but for what you want to do, like, vinyl would be better off.
Right.
And even the brake caliper down here, we have that same shade of orange. It says 50 on the brake caliper. And can you explain the ground effects on this one to us?
Well, the car came with the ground effects when I bought them. I bought the car from Becky Doyle. A lot of people know Becky. She passed away last year, unfortunately. But I bought the car from her, and the car package did come with ground effects, but the ground effects that they were supposed to get, they didn't have. And Becky had these laying aside, and they were for her car, and she put them on my car because she didn't have anything else to put on it. I get a lot of comments. I don't know the part numbers or anything. I know that my rear fascia is also different.
Yep, down here. So that's special. We got the close out because normally it's open at the bottom. And this is a different diffuser down here. Might be a Inflator diffuser. Those real nice touches. This is it's the SS spoiler. And it's kind of like the ZL1, but mine just overhangs the side. My stock spoiler just slightly, but I couldn't tell them apart until Blueprint told me there was a difference. I'm like, oh, thought they were the same. So got this sweet badge over here on the side too.
Yeah, the car came with a lot of chrome badges and stuff like that, and I'm not a chrome guy. I do like the Chevy emblems being chromed on the outside because I want that to pop. That's what I want people to see is the Chevy bow tie because I'm a bow tie guy.
There you go. Now, oh yeah, Keith, he's one of my OG subscribers. Forgot to say that. He's been with the channel since
like
the
35,
beginning.
36 person, I think.
Yeah, he was like we were in the double-digit subscribers. So shout out to Keith. Finally met up. Very encouraging. Always positive. And thanks for doing this video with me, man.
Absolutely, anytime.
And
I want people to see these cars. A lot of people see the newer ones, and they're great, but these older ones are just as tough. I have an 8-speed trans. I don't have a 10-speed, but this car hums. This car hums, and it has got me in plenty of trouble.
This dude was squealing the tires on the way here. I'm trying to keep up with him. I'm like, man, I got to drop a gear to keep up. But yeah, we got the graphics, and all of these graphics are metallic. So it's like a matte metallic there with the orange. That's like the signature of this car. And then we got a hidden 50 up in here. Like a lot of Easter eggs in this car. Is that even showing up?
It's tough.
That's a ton of them. And then the front grille is a bit different. So from what I noticed is this chrome right here, and then we got the splitter. It's a different color.
This grill was called the SEMA grill when this car came out, and if you notice, it matches the grill up here. These are, you can buy these, you can get them, and they do come in different colors than chrome. But this is the only car that this grill came stock on.
Okay, I didn't even notice. That's like a mesh grill. It's kind of like.
If you look at it, see, yeah, you got like if you look in any Camaro, you got these big holes here, but down here you got like an S pattern. See, I got the big holes.
Oh yeah.
I don't need the flow tie. I got way more air.
There you go. Man, let me run over to the ZL1 and see how they compare. I just got big gaping holes.
Yeah, he needs air.
Notice like a sharp edge right here coming down here. I think that's like a pre-refresh.
Well, they sell canards. You can lip on that too. They come down into here.
Okay. So let's take a look at the inside now with even more Easter eggs of the 50. Let you do the honors. First thing I noticed, man, I see two things at once. So we got the orange stitching right here in the door. And got ambient lighting in here because he's fully loaded. And then on the door sill down here, got 50. It lights up too. 50 years of Camaro. But this just sparked. Were these floor mats stock too, or you had the?
They came with it.
Okay. We got this orange thing going everywhere around here.
Yeah, if you notice, I had it at my house too.
Got a 50 fan right here.
Yes.
Two-tone SS.
It says 50 on the seats, and it says 50 on my dashboard. It's imprinted.
50 on the headrest there. And let me come around to the other side. I like how the ambient lighting matches the orange here.
You can change it like yours, but I can't do what the new ones do, where you can do two different colors or stuff like that, because this was like the first year of the really lighting, well, 2016, but that car is actually made in 2016 because they have to put it out to be 2017.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lighting is the same, but I like the new ones because the lighting, you can do so much more. I love lighting.
More of the interior here. Like this is a lighter gray on the middle of the seats. We got the darker gray surrounding like the shoulder and outside bolstering. Orange stitching going around. Man, is this an accessory?
Yeah, I thought those were
50 on the dash, and the orange stitching going across once again. I like how the floor mats too. It's two tones, just like the lighting it up the camera. Floor mats are two-tone, just like the seats too. It's lighter on the outside, darker in the middle, so that's cool. Let's check out under the hood. Now Keith, his car is always very clean. We're not gonna talk about my car for now, but
tell Q to clean his engine. Put it in the comments section.
My car, man.
I can eat off of mine.
I didn't know you were supposed to clean up under there.
My car's almost 6 years old. I can still eat off of my engine.
Man. Me, I wouldn't even touch mine. You need to sterilize mine.
I told you, we'll clean it.
I wouldn't even get off the trunk.
Look at that.
Man. Immaculate.
Now see, I painted the plenum cover black like the center stripe. I painted the covers gray like the car, and then I used the orange to, like the striping, so it looks like the stripe bled through onto my engine.
Oh, nice. Okay, so the stripes are on top of the hood, like right here.
Yep.
Fall down right to the engine right here. Focus. Cold air intake. Is that the only power mod you got?
Yep.
Okay, and then, so this thing is tastefully modded. It's close to stock. Oh, we got a plaque right here. 50-year edition. I don't understand why GM didn't do a 55 edition, because it's such a cool car. And I like how the 50, it has its own little thing going. Let me find the sign on here. It's got the Camaro badge in the 50. Got the Camaro shield. What is that thing called?
That's a Camaro shield.
Like, that's something I didn't know. And the orange in the shield makes the 50.
Right. Again, those were chrome when I first got them, but I got blacked out ones. But basically the same thing, just not shiny.
Yep.
I'm not a shiny guy.
Yeah, I like the black anyways. Definitely with this color, the black pops even more.
Yeah, and the nightfall gray is cool about it is the sun goes down, it turns black. So it's almost like driving two different cars, a day car and a night car.
There we go. And it's about to be black now because it's getting dark out here, so you can see.
It's a little chilly.
Yeah, it's cold. It was 85 yesterday and like 60 today. And I'm about to go into wintertime mode, so I got to put my car away soon.
That's why I said this is probably one of the last things this car does this year, because I don't really need to drive it anymore. I'm retired. I fortunately was able to retire early in life, so I'm still young. But I just don't need it because I have a truck that my wife's in, the C word. She never drives it, so it just sits there. So I drive that in the winter, and then I'm hoping to get another new Chevy this around first of the year.
Okay, nice. So, any more plans to the 50 you got going?
Oh, there's some. I don't want to share.
Okay, we're gonna keep that.
I gotta see if I can get some things made up first. But yeah, it's gonna change.
All right.
It's still always be a 50, but it's gonna be my 50, and I don't care if people don't like what I did, because a lot, there's those purists out there that want everything, the way it came out. I'm sorry, it's my car. I make the payments. I'll do it as I want.
There we go. Your car. Keyword your.
Right.
I like what you did with it. This thing sounds good. You were smoking too, man. I'm like, dang, slow down.
Oh yeah, it'll go. Well, it'll spin them on a roll.
Oh man.
I got the dual mode exhaust, so that's why it rumbles. And then, like I said, for you you got a downshift to make that back pop. Yeah. I don't have to do anything. Once you put it in sport mode, you have to get it up, floor it up to speed so it can change your shifting points. Mm-hmm. And once it changes your shifting points, every time you come up to a light, it will downshift to the light. So it'll automatically start popping and banging by itself. You don't have to do anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Automatics are the way to go. I know you stick. People love that stick, but I'm telling you, I don't care what rev match you got. Every time you pull that thing out of gear and put it in another gear, you just lost a split second.
Man.
And I don't lose that. My car is like bam, 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 bam. You heard it on the way.
Yeah, those things go. Like these are tuned so well, man. They stay in the power band. Like I would have a time keeping up with him. Like if he caught me slipping, he would. At least he might beat me if he caught me slipping enough. My car popped out of gear.
Catch me down towards the end, but I would definitely take you out of the hole probably.
Oh yeah, off the line, these are fast too, like 0 to 60.
I bet I'm in fifth gear before you can come up next to me.
I don't know. We might have to line them up, man.
I'm always ready. You know that.
Oh yeah.
The car's got 51,000 miles on it. I drive it. It's been in the snow. It's been in the rain. Anything you have, if you take care of it, it doesn't matter what conditions you drive it in. If you keep it up, it still looks like this. Look, it's almost 6-year-old car. Eat off the engine. Paint shines like I just got it.
I was shocked that you said you drove in the snow before. I'm like,
I'll
man.
get you some pictures.
All right, yeah. Keith is gonna send me a bunch of pictures, but this is a great car. And GM didn't build another one, a 55-year edition. That lets me know that's more proof to them just kind of giving up on the Camaro. So the last edition we're going to get is probably that shark skin metallic and that new red color. So hope you guys enjoy those. But shout out to Keith for letting us use his 50, shedding some information on there. Something I never knew. I didn't know anything about these. I thought they were regular Camaros, but they are a ton of subtle details, and there's not that many of them. We got a couple people in our club that have one. There's a convertible. It was in one of my videos, like in the background. And we only seen the V8s. We saw a V6 once, and not a 4-cylinder. So those are probably the rarest 50s.
I would say if any of them are to go up in price, it's going to be that 4-cylinder, because there's probably like 3 of them. I've never seen one. I would love to see one. Somebody knows where one is, let us know.
Right, let us know. Shout out to the 4-cylinder Camaros, because those are probably the most enjoyable. You can
and
just
they're
beat
almost
them.
300 horse, and with the new stuff they're coming out, they'll beat SS's in another year or two, if they're not already beating them.
Yeah.
And they're still getting 38 miles to the gallon.
Right. That's crazy. Yesterday, Mercedes, they revealed their new AMG, the C-Class AMG. That thing has like 671 horsepower, 700 something pound-feet of torque from a 4-cylinder.
Growing up, I would like where we're at right now. When I used to come here when I was a kid, okay, and this is where you came in the 80s and 90s if you had a badass hot rod, and they were all up and down this. So you had to walk. You couldn't drive up here. And back then, we thought, man, this car's got 300 horse. We thought, man, it doesn't get any better than this.
Yep.
And it's like, and now you look at it, we finally hit a point where we have too much horsepower on the road. The roads can't handle the cars now.
Yeah, I thought it would never be such thing as too much horsepower, but I think we're past that point now.
Yeah. 1,000 horsepower is too much for. I mean, trust me, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but when are you going to use it?
Yeah, you can't utilize that unless you're doing like 200-mile-an-hour pulls.
If you're a tracker or you go to drag surf and shit, I get that. But if you're a daily driver, you're never going to use 1,000 horsepower on the street, because all you're going to do is blow your tires off and not go anywhere.
Yep. And
you learned that with the help.
Oh yeah,
that thing just spins.
I couldn't get traction. I'm like, man, this car is wild. But my uncle told me, I just met with him like last week.
Gotta meet that guy.
Man, he's a great dude. Last week, his Trans Am, it doesn't have that much horsepower.
It's got a torque.
His torque, his tuning, his gearing, it just stays in that power band.
Yeah.
I probably had triple his horsepower.
Oh yeah.
But he would beat me, and that's crazy to me.
Because he would launch out so fast, he'd get up to horsepower way quicker than you would. That's the thing.
Yep. And he's got nitrous too.
Well, we can do nitrous too if you want, but again, how much horsepower do you need?
You don't need that. Like I can't utilize 650. And I said that, and I want the Z28, but I don't think I'm going to get a Z28. What do you think about the Z28?
I like the Z28, but I'm a comfort creature, and it has no air conditioning, no radio. But I'll tell you what. From what I understand, that 427 will fit under the hood of mine, so might be a back plan.
That's what I want, that 7-liter. Man, I just want to say I got 7 liters.
I just want to say I got that kind of power naturally aspirated.
Yeah,
I mean, I've dealt with blowers. I've dealt with superchargers, turbos. It's like, but at the end of the day, it's like, you gotta have that gas mileage. If it's a daily driver, I'm sorry, you gotta have that gas mileage. You can go as fast as you want, and there's plenty of people on YouTube who have built their channels, building their Camaros. Now look at their Camaros; they're too built. They can't drive.
They can't even drive.
The thing's getting like 2 miles to the gallon, and every time you let off the clutch, it's going 70 miles an hour. Yeah. That's how it idles.
Yep.
And like I said, I used to do all that kind of stuff. Obviously, back in my day, it wasn't the horsepower it is now, but this thing is all I'll never need. This is all I'll never need.
So do these all come fully loaded, like a 2SS spec, or
no? Because this has magnetic ride, and I know a lot of people that don't have. There's a lot of them that don't have the sunroof. I seem to notice there's a lot more convertibles. I see a lot more convertibles than I do regular hard tops. But you know that it seems like there's like they said there's like 3,300 or so of these cars around. I swear they sold half of them around my house because I know where a few of these cars are.
Oh yeah.
But as time goes on, these cars will get spread across the nation because they are rare. And they will become collector's item at some point. I don't know if mine will because I love it and I drive it, but that's what that's a thought.
Will you sell me this car today?
No.
Okay. He said that with confidence and quickly. But look at this thing though, man. I love this. This is what I like. I like the pre-refresh of the Camaros, like the 20. You know how I feel about the 2019s, but the 2020s and above, like the 2016, 2017, 2018s. I think this is a better face. And that's what I like about my car. Woo. The grill of it, but it's just more aggressive.
It looks tough when you come up, when somebody sees it in the mirror, they see it come up.
Oh yeah,
it looks real aggressive.
It looks real mean, man. These cars look so angry. I think the Camaro looks the angriest out of all of them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Not like a Mustang. It looks like a snake head.
Oh yeah.
I get it. I am not bashing Fords. I own a Ford. I have Expedition, so I'm not bashing Ford. A lot of my friends have Fords. I've worked on plenty of Mustangs over the years and stuff, but I always have been a bow tie guy. I've worked for Chevrolet. I've been contracted to Chevrolet, so I'm always gonna give my heart to Chevrolet.
There we go, Chevy, man. And for me myself, I'm torn between the two. My dad retired from Ford. My uncle retired from GM. I go between the two. Only thing, they hate Mopar. They both hate Mopar.
Yeah, my dad retired from Chrysler.
Oh man.
And I used to have a 70 Challenger, and I've had a 74 Charger, and trust me, they weren't fast.
They weren't? Man, see, Jimmy, if you're watching, my dad doesn't watch the channel, but I told him his cars were not that fast.
Well, if you look up, you can take right now, you can look up if a V6 Camaro has got more horsepower than a 72 396 does by I think 30 or 40 horsepower. Because I think it was like 290 and that's like 335 or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because if you rolled up next to the stock 396, everybody would think it would blow your doors off and a V6 is going to eat it. Especially with that gear ratio and the electronics, it'll eat an old car like that.
And the Fox bodies, they had like 190 horsepower.
Yeah.
They had more torque, like 230 or something like that. But for the time they were fast, but nowadays these new cars are just look at these things. That's even too much horsepower. Me, I think 300 and something horsepower, you can have a lot of fun. I can have dumb fun like this. Is it even fun? Yeah, it is. But I thought about that Z28, man. That'll put me in the middle.
You won't like it because you're a creature comfort guy. You're gonna want the AC. You gotta have your tunes. There's no tunes in that thing. What are you gonna do if you go put all that stuff in? It's like it's just gonna rattle because the car is so hollow. No,
that's true.
It's a straight up track car. The brake rotors I think are like almost $1,000 a piece because they're carbon fiber.
Oh, man, I keep forgetting about those.
Yeah,
the maintenance, man.
That thing is expensive. I mean, I just put brakes on this all the way around last week. I do it myself. I wrench myself. So, and it only took me an hour and a half to do those.
Man, all four?
Yeah, all four.
Man, I'm bringing my car to you. I heard how much it costs for rotors on that thing.
I'll help you out if you need it. If you keep it that long, that's the story. We got to get you to keep it.
What are you talking about, man? I keep all my cars for a long.
I appreciate you and all the young guys getting these cars and doing these videos because trust me, this is something I've grown up with, and I want to see younger people keep this going. I'm not going to be here forever. Someday somebody else is going to own that car. And I want them to understand them. I want them to enjoy them, and and beat the crap out of them, break them. Just that's what they're there. You break them, you fix them.
Yep, and this is why I'm partial to American cars. They're reliable for the power, especially these two. But like BMW, like I love BMWs, but Have you ever seen the bill on the BMW? They are not fun. My BMW is broken right now. I gotta
I know,
get some front suspension on it. I just replaced the transmission, but I don't do videos on that. But the shifter went out again. That's the second time on that car. But let's wrap it up here. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, ran out of fingers, browse the channels, and we'll catch you all in the next video.
And talk to old guys. They know a lot of stuff.
Talk to old guys. That's an important part of life. Like, just connect with people, man. Relationships, networking. Me and Keith found him on YouTube. Now we're friends. He invited me in the house. Cool dude, man. Gave me some Gatorade. Got us in the car, the 50, spreading information. We talk all the time on YouTube, off YouTube. It's just good.
We're becoming really close friends, and it really makes me happy because, like I said, I like the younger generation to get into these cars because the performance has never been better, folks. It really hasn't. Compared to what I grew up with, you know, I've been in Hemis back in the day, and those probably had the most power, like 390 or 4, whatever it was. But you know, most of the cars most people drove around were like 318s, 305s and stuff. Those were no power, 125. I was a Cutlass guy. I had probably like 11 or 12 Cutlasses. And the Rocket Oldsmobile, I think that I had with the Rocket 350 was only like 185 horsepower. Like, it was spinning tires. Well, tire back then, because everything comes with posi nowadays.
Yeah. Man, that's around the horsepower of my Scion FRS. So, man, we come a long way, but make sure you connect. Talk to the elders. Are you considered an elder?
I don't know. I'm 57.
You're retired.
Well, I retired at 55, but that's another story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel I'm old. I don't have any kids, so I never grew up. As Q can testify after seeing my house. I'm a child at heart.
He's got a lot of stuff
And on the
to
way
play
here,
with.
he can tell you I drive my car like I'm 15 years old.
He does. I agree with that, man.
It's like it's not about the age; it's about what's upstairs.
Yep, it's what you feel like.
You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, passing the knowledge on, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is, passing knowledge.
You'll catch him in the comment section. He comments on a lot of videos. He told me about my mag ride control. I need to get this thing calibrated because I think it is riding rough. Because it was smoother at first, now it's a little rougher, but I got to find a dealership that'll do that calibration for me. So there you have it. Thanks a lot, Keith.
No problem.
And thanks for showing us
having
your
me.
50. All right. Appreciate you.